Recently, I started a very popular acne treatment called Differin, and I'm going to be sharing my long-term experience with you. Hey guys, I'm Jen coming at you from Tampa, Florida, and this video is going to be all about skincare. I have been a long time sufferer of acne. Not sure if you're aware of that. Usually I am wearing makeup. Today, we're going natural, and I'm going to be sharing everything I'm currently using to fight acne. I am 38 years old. I'm going to be 39 this year. I know. And I have very sensitive, oily, acne-prone skin. And I have been fighting the acne war for about 20 years. Currently, I think I'm experiencing more hormonal acne because most of my breakouts are like along my jawline. So I'm gonna be breaking down everything I'm currently using. I'm also on week 2 of something called Differin. It's a very popular over-the-counter acne treatment, and it used to be prescription only. So I've been using it for about a week and a half. So far, so good, but I'm also gonna be sharing what other products I use throughout this whole process. I live in Florida, so the humidity is pretty crazy. So as time goes on and we get into spring and summer, that will certainly be the real test of some of this. My acne has been really up and down over the past decade or so. I found some products that I thought worked for me for a long time. I used Gold Dial antibacterial soap on my face. I've since stopped doing that, but for quite a while I was fairly acne free. And then whenever I would get breakouts, once the acne pimple opened up, I would put a little dab of like Neosporin on it, and that actually did seem to help it heal faster. I didn't usually do it over my whole face, but I would kind of spot treat with that. And one product I've been using for a really long time is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Stress Control. For some reason, this toner just works for me. Not sure why. I've bought dozens of bottles of this, I swear. And I'll link everything I use down below in the description box. And I'll kind of do a detailed AM and PM breakdown so you can see what I do. Also, if you are really struggling with skincare, I've since found the channel called Dr. Dre. Not Dre like the musician, but Dre, D-R-A-Y. She's a dermatologist, and I found her videos on using Differin to be super helpful. So check those out because that's how I developed a routine for Differin. And full disclosure, I had gone to quite a few dermatologists years ago. Nothing they did really helped me. They would prescribe me antibiotics. A couple of them made me develop allergic reactions. I also was definitely fleeced by one dermatologist. He sold me all these like super expensive products that just didn't really work for me. And I'm still really upset about that, even to this day. But now, thanks to YouTube and doing online research, I feel like the whole thing is a lot easier for you guys as far as you being able to look up reviews like this one, or being able to see, like, do comparison shopping. When I'd gone to that dermatologist, he said that his office was the only one that stocked certain products, and I found out he was totally lying because I found those same products elsewhere. They didn't really do a lot for me, and I had tried Differin years ago as a prescription. I think I made a few mistakes with it, as I found out now. One, I did not moisturize enough, so my skin just started flaking and getting super, like, it was still like dry, but also oily and really flaky, so it was really gross. And I also didn't apply it correctly. As I found out from Dr. Dre, I was doing things all wrong, and I didn't drink enough water. So I think the reason it didn't work for me when I tried it before is just because of more user error stuff and because I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing. But at that time, when you would go and get a prescription for stuff, the dermatologist wasn't really helpful. Like, they didn't really tell you how to apply things. They would just give it to you and just tell you to put it on. I found a good combination for me, and so far, I think so good. So before I was doing the Differin, I had been doing mostly CeraVe skincare products. That line for me has been really great. I also have very sensitive skin, so a lot of products, like a ton of things that work for everybody else, does not work for me. I've had to like try out so many different products, and I end up not being able to use a lot of it because they cause breakouts. A lot of makeup causes breakouts on me, a lot of skincare stuff, but for some reason the CeraVe line has been really very friendly to my skin. So I found I can use most products from their skincare line without much issue. So before I started the Differin, I was using the CeraVe foaming face cleanser for oily skin. And what I like about this is that it doesn't strip your face of the moisture barrier. And I found this did work pretty well. I've had to change things up because the Differin is making my skin drier. And then I would use the Neutrogena toner, and then I would do a couple other products and I've been trying to moisturize my skin more too, and that has actually helped with the oil control, believe it or not. So I would do the toner, and then I've been using a couple products. I've been really into K-beauty lately, and I am loving some of the products I'm finding. I think Korean skincare, they have some really amazing offerings. I buy most of my stuff from Yes Style. I'll link it below because I've gotten really great prices. They also have free shipping over a certain threshold. And a lot of things that are Korean, that if you buy it from an American site, also try to avoid getting a lot of the stuff on Amazon. I will trust the Amazon shopping experience if it's shipped by and sold by Amazon, or if it is being sold on Amazon directly through the manufacturer. You can kind of tell if you research who's selling the product, but there does seem to be a lot of fakes on Amazon in regards to certain types of beauty products and also other stuff. So they certainly seem to be having a counterfeit issue. So be careful if you're shopping on Amazon. Yes Style is the official and authorized reseller of these Korean products, so I do trust them. Currently, I just started using the CeraVe Hydrating Face Cleanser. This is for normal to dry skin, and I do hope this kind of helps, because I think the whole thing with me using the Differin is I need to keep my skin really moisturized, and I've really upped my intake of drinking water. I think that has helped, but whatever they put in CeraVe, like the ceramides and the hyaluronic acid, seems to be very good for my skin. So highly recommend that. I also use the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I've been using this for a few years. I really like this stuff. It is non-greasy. I've also used the CeraVe Light Moisturizer with SPF, I believe, 30 in it. That is also good, and it does not make me break out. A lot of the sunscreens I've been trying cause breakouts. So I bought a really nice, expensive Neogen sunblock, and that I can't really use on my face because it's causing the acne. And I've also been using, I also got a Misha Sun Gel, and that's doing okay so far. I also have been trying out some new foundations, so I might start doing some foundation reviews because I picked up some really good sale bargains that are very popular, and I haven't seen a ton of foundation reviews for Asian oily skin, and the people that have oily skin that I've seen on YouTube, in my opinion, their skin doesn't seem that oily to me. But, so this CeraVe lotion though, I like it because it's non-greasy. So it goes on, it moisturizes, but it doesn't give you like the oil slick look. So I am a fan of that. So a line I do really love, there's this brand called Misha. It's like M-I-S-S-H-A. It is Korean. They're made in Korea. And two game-changing products for me are the Time Revolution. So this is the First Treatment Essence RX. This is what I use for the daytime. And this is the Night Repair Probio Ampule. I got some really great deals on these products, and these have been a game changer. So in a minute, I'll tell you how I use these products, but there is a gift set where you get a full size of this, a full size of this, and then you get travel sizes. And that I happened to catch a really good deal around the holidays. It was about 50 bucks for all of that, which is amazing. On its own, I would say if you can get the First Treatment Essence RX for about 20 bucks, go for it. This, anything 25 and under, also a good deal, because this tends to run well over $30. I've seen this in a few places, and this also same thing. So if you can get it for under 30 bucks, 25, 20, I would say go for it, especially if you can get free shipping. So I've been buying this from Yes Style lately, and I did get a couple backups because this product is really great. And I believe this one is also a dupe for a much more expensive SK2 product. But I will say the Time Revolution Night Repair, For me, I've noticed a huge change in my skin with the texture, and it seems to be helping to heal some of my acne scars. So if you can only get one of these, I would definitely get the night repair. There's probably some other things that you can use during the daytime, but I've noticed the biggest change to my skin personally with the night repair. So these products, man, they are the bomb. Love these. I will definitely keep rebuying those. As far as the K-Beauty, before I had started on the Differin, I had caught a really good sale from the elusive Paula's Choice line, and I know they're like all the rage now, especially when I look at the Reddit forums on skincare. I will say the Paula's Choice products, for the most part, didn't really work for me. I don't know what it is. I tried the like acne gel, the salicylic acid cleanser, and then I also tried one of their like pore refining toners. That one, it really didn't seem to agree with my skin. It was pretty expensive, even on sale. I don't think I'm going to be rebuying it, but one winner has been the Clear Daily Skin Clearing Treatment. This one I like. This is kind of pricey. Again, I got it on sale. And I think one difference between like something like this has benzoyl peroxide 2.5%, and things like the Clearasil or the drugstore stuff, this seems to be pretty gentle on my skin. So it doesn't seem overly harsh, and the ingredients in here haven't really caused an excessive amount of like flaking, dryness, or scaliness. So this was kind of a surprise sleeper hit. I didn't think this would really do much. So what I did was, a little bit before I tried the Differin, I got that. I did get that from Amazon, but it is sold and shipped by Amazon, so I feel pretty comfortable with that. I also did subscribe and save, so I saved like $3 off there. So I'm gonna be doing that on subscribe and save to keep getting that discount. So about a week and a half before I started the Differin, I just started adding a thin layer of this skin clearing treatment kind of over top of my other moisturizing products. This was like usually the last step, and I would do this at night. Now, I have heard, you'll see that there's supposed to be a purging period when you're trying something like this. And there was definitely a little purging period with the skin clearing treatment. But for me, it was only a few days. So a few acne, what are they called, breakouts. I got a little bit of a breakout on my cheek here. And then I also got a few, like I usually sometimes get acne around my hairline. So I did get a few new breakouts, but since then, it's actually been pretty good. I've just been really trying to moisturize. I've been doing a lot of different things. Using this, I do think kind of helped clear the way for when I did the Differin. I really didn't have a purging period with the Differin. So I'm still using this a little bit, but I'll kind of explain how. And also in the description box, I'll put some more details on exactly what I do. And if you'd like to see me actually do my morning and nighttime routines, I would be happy to try to film those for you if you think it would be helpful. So when I did the Differin, one thing that Dr. Dre recommended was you could do a couple things. You can wash your face and then but your skin has to be dry when you apply this. And that's where I was going wrong before. So you can either just wash your face, have it be completely bare of any products, wait like 20 to 30 minutes, wait until it's like literally very dry. And that is supposed to help cut down on the flaking of the skin. I've noticed that certainly seems to be true for me. The other thing that Dr. Dre recommended is that if you are worried about the dryness or like how harsh this product, it hasn't really been too harsh, but if you don't want it to be like, super potent, she did recommend you could do a like moisture barrier first, but let the skin dry. So that's what I've been doing. So when I apply the Differin, I wash my face, and while it's still a little bit damp, I have been applying the Time Revolution Night Repair. So I usually just, it comes in a dropper bottle. I've been hitting my forehead, each cheek, and then my chin. My chin is a little bit textured. It kind of looks like a wrinkled peach a little bit. So I'm kind of hoping maybe this will help. Drop that on my face, and then I kind of distribute it evenly on my face. And also I usually hit my chin. When I usually do acne treatments, my chin is the area that does tend to get flaky. So I've been really trying to pay extra attention to my chin and under there, just so that it doesn't get super dry, and that has been helping. So I usually apply that. Then I've been applying a very thin layer of the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. And then after that, I've been letting my skin chill for a half an hour. So I'll go do something else, I'll brush my teeth, and I wait at least 20 to 30 minutes, one, to let those products soak in, and also so that my skin is like very dry. So then I will take the gel. I've been using like probably more than what's recommended, but things seem to be going okay. So I'll usually do about 2 pea-sized amounts of the Differin gel. And then I've been oh, and the other thing that Dr. Dre told us to do. So another product I've been using is this CeraVe Healing Ointment. It comes in a very huge tub, and I've been using this as like lip balm and, you know, just general moisturizing balm. I bought these little plastic containers, and then I scooped some of the product into the container, and then whenever I need some lip balm or anything, I just go in here. You know, I mean, with the economy of scale, this ends up being like a lot cheaper than buying like lip balm. So Dr. Dre recommended, while you're waiting for your skin to dry, make sure to put the healing ointment on areas that typically get really dry. So she said that, you know, the corners of your mouth, and then this area up here on your outer eye, and I've been doing that. And then if you need it, she was also putting some on her nose, but my nose really doesn't get dry. So I stuck to these 2 areas. And this will help create an occlusive barrier, one, so the product doesn't get in these areas because it'll really dry it out. And I don't break out in these spots anyways. And it'll just, yeah, I'll keep them moisturized, and it'll also keep the product from seeping into those areas. That was a tip that I was really happy to find. But yeah, get some CeraVe Healing Ointment. Again, you can share this with people. Like, this is so big, I'm probably not gonna need another one. So I do that, then I apply the Differin. I usually let that sit for, again, another 10 to 15 minutes, wait for it to do its thing. And then over top, I've been using a couple more K-Beauty products. This is called Centella Unscented Serum, and I got this off of Yes Style, and it has something called Centella extract, which is supposed to be very healing. It has niacinamide, ceramide, peptide, and madecassic acid. So I have found this is good for sensitive skin. So I'll usually take 1 pump of this, 1 full pump. It is clear. And then I will spread that all over my face, over top of the Differin. And then as a final layer, I've been using this cream I got that's from the same line, and it is called Centella Unscented Recovery Cream. And again, I will link everything below. These products, for whatever reason, this cream is, oh, it feels so good. It like really melts into your skin. So I put this as a top final layer for the most part, and then I'll let it soak in, and you can really just feel it soak in. This and the serum are from a brand called Purito, another Korean brand, and these were pretty inexpensive. I want to say both of these were like about, I believe this was under $10, and I think the serum was about $10. So they're not the cheapest skincare products, but compared to some of the other American brands, they are still fairly affordable. So I have really been liking these products, and I do feel like they've been helping with just helping to my skin to heal, and also my skin has not really been dry. I think it could have been way worse if I was not doing this routine. When things soak in and they start to dry, the last thing I do, just so that my face isn't sticky and stuff, you know, one of my pet peeves is when hair gets stuck to my face. This is a product I've been using forever. It's called Mario Badescu Special Healing Powder. And it is for oily, troubled skin. It's got some sulfur in it, and it's a little green, but it doesn't really go on too green. And then I use this e.l.f. Kabuki brush, and it's got a little sifter top, and then I usually just powder puff a little bit all over my face, just so it doesn't look super shiny, because again, I get shiny so easily, and it kind of helps your skin not to be sticky, because I just hate when stuff gets stuck to my face. I can feel if there's a tiny hair anywhere on my face. It bugs the heck out of me and I have to get it off right away. I always know, even if it's like an eyelash or some tiny, we used to have a cat and I could just feel it. Like no matter how small it was, I could feel the hair. I know that sounds super crazy. So those are the products I've been using in conjunction to the Differin. Oh, and here is the Misha Aqua Sun Gel. This I do really like. It's SPF 50 and it has not caused breakouts. The CeraVe SPF 30 like ultra light moisturizer with SPF has also been pretty good for the breakouts. Oh, and in addition, I also do take 2 daily supplements that I'd read are good for acne. Again, I don't know most of these products on their own. I'm not sure if they're game changing except for the Misha stuff and the Differin. But I feel like maybe altogether it's helping me. I take evening primrose oil. This is like $5. And then I also been taking something called DIM. And this is supposed to promote hormone balance, improved mood and well-being, whatever that means. It stands for something longer. It's like dindolylmethane. And you're supposed to take one of those a day. So I usually take these in the late afternoon, early evening with food. And I have noticed, oh, I just dropped something. My skin seems to be calming down. And for me, this condition of my skin is pretty good. I have a couple little things that are healing over here near my hairline. And then I have one kind of healing breakout here and like a tiny one there. But for the most part, this is about as good as my skin gets for the most part. So, and you might be wondering, you know, hey Jen, you're almost 40. Why didn't you just take Accutane? And I am terrified of needles and blood work. So that to me would be so traumatic. It would not be worth it. I really don't want to do monthly blood draws, which is required if you do the Accutane. The other thing I was thinking about recently is that I don't really have wrinkles going on, which is pretty rare for my age. I know I'm Asian and you know the whole Asian don't raisin thing, which is definitely at work, genetics and all. From what I understand and people I know who've been on Accutane, it really dries out your skin. And a part of me wonders if I would have wrinkles if I'd taken Accutane earlier in life. I don't know. But to me, I just, you know, Accutane was not really a road I wanted to go down. So I've been fighting the battle in other ways. You know, if you've taken Accutane and you love it, let me know below in the comments. Yeah, I just wanted to share my skincare routine. I know a lot of you that are subscribed to the Jen Talks Server channel. I've done a lot of financial and real estate videos in the past. I probably will be shifting more towards stuff like this. Also, I do want to do a lot of more consumer reviews because I've been trying a lot of things out. So I want to share that with you guys. And it's just something I'm kind of interested in. If you are really interested in the financial stuff, I also want to share that I will be starting a finance and business podcast with a guy who is a real estate investor who's just killing it. So if you would like to stay tuned for that, it might already be started by the time you're watching this video. I will link it below. It's called Asians with Money. And we are, as I'm shooting this now, we've currently taped 1 episode and we've got more on the way. But he is just a wealth of knowledge for real estate investments. So if you're interested in that, I know if you watched my house flip videos and me talking about money, that is a topic I really like and enjoy discussing, but a lot of that stuff is probably going to be moving to that forum. But I will link the channel below in the description box, or you can go to asianswithmoney.com because it will be directed straight to the channel. But I really wanted to talk about skincare just because it's been such a prevalent issue for me, and I've gone through this rodeo before, and hopefully it can help you if you're out there and you're just wondering what to do. But I feel like my skin right now is pretty clear. I think the Differin seems to be working for me. It's also known as Adapalene gel. It's 0.1%. I'll put some information below. It does say you should consult a doctor before using if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. So keep that in mind. And it is also supposed to be for children 12 or older. So, and you just do this at night. So I don't do this during the day. Your skin will have some more sensitivity to sunlight. So you do really need to make sure you're wearing sunscreen every day, especially if you're going outside. I don't go outside a whole lot, but when I do, I always wear sunblock. So if you want to see more videos like this, let me know below in the comments, or if there's any other questions you have or things you want me to talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and come back and see me because I'm going to be doing some more stuff soon.